Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 18th to the 24th of November 2013. Although this week may seem fairly quiet, with one major aspect of the Sun moving into Sagittarius by Friday, there are many subtle aspects at play. So this is a week where it's really worth listening with your intelligent ears and not being too active and too distracted by the mind, because there's a lot of emotional intelligence around. There's a lot of summing up of what's been going on in the powerful sign of Scorpio for the last month. And in order to be able to not have to go through all of this again next time or later on, it's worth doing the summing up. So when the Sun and other planets are moving from one sign to another, it's worth just summing up everything that's gone on. You may even get examples of lessons come to show you whether you've actually tackled the issues at hand or whether there's still a few loose ends to be tied up. So on Monday we have a Yod formation, which is classically very tricky, but it's a giant pointer that says pay attention to this. So with the Scorpio team all moving on, what have we learnt over this last month? Scorpio is about dying to the base to rising to the crown. Scorpio is about going in and doing our own shadow work so that other people don't have to, or so that it doesn't manifest uncomfortably on the outside. So the first 4 days of the week really are about summing up, about using your intelligence, about listening deeply to what has been going on, what are the lessons, what's been tidied up, and if anything, what still needs to be attended to. So by Thursday the Sun leaves Scorpio, and that will be the end of this Halloween phase, which has been so potent and powerful. Many people have reported going through a lot in the last few weeks. By Friday though, the Sun moves into Sagittarius, so when we go from Scorpio, which is the inner magnetic subconscious waters and our use or abuse of power, the Sun then bursts into Sagittarius, which is the opposite. It's expansive, it's masculine, it's fiery, it's got room to breathe now we've done the clearing out. So instead of rushing to bring lots of new things in and fill up the space, it's really worth just enjoying that space for a couple of days. Enjoy the feeling of upliftment, fieriness, positivity, creativity and expansion, but just allowing that room to breathe so that we've actually got some clarity and some purity before we go and begin to celebrate the festive period with lots of activities and lots of distractions again. It's just a lovely, soulful moment as we enter Sagittarius to get in touch with our inner sage, because Sagittarius is the sage, and to actually feel that inner expanse, especially seeing as Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, is currently going retrograde. So when a planet goes retrograde, it says go inwards. So Jupiter is your sovereignty, your wisdom, your potential and your ability to grow, but that's currently all taken inwards. So where have we learnt on the inside with Scorpio, and where is the room that we can step into to begin to fulfill our true potential with Sagittarius and Jupiter retrograde both together? So there's a very delicate, internal, quiet pause that comes in this week as we learn more about ourselves. Hopefully our soul is aligned to its true potential now, rather than just trying to bring things on and get as much done as possible. Hopefully we're more on track, because Sagittarius loves to point their arrow directly to the galactic centre, to get straight to the point, to cut through the dross, and to actually aim strong and firm and keep that focus. So as we begin to aim our arrow with plenty of space, this is an opportunity to feel our potential, to really align ourselves with what it is that we want to be aiming towards. And this can actually be very, very simple. It doesn't have to be complicated at all. So have a look at your progress so far. Have a look at where your actual spirit and soul wants to take you, and just enjoy the space that's around you. And sooner or later we'll begin to fill that up with new, bigger and better potentials when Jupiter goes direct. But for now, it's just an opportunity to feel and to know and to begin to grow. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week.